know that chair is being used so well.
Yeah.
It's like a good one.
Oh my God, Jonah's our hero.
Thank God for Jonah.
Yeah.
So he just confirmed that. Yeah.
That.
Oh yeah. That. Yeah. I was trying to figure out a fancier way of setting up my screen.
Okay. So how are people feeling at this moment? Stable.
Stable genius.
Okay.
Tom's about to fall asleep.
Yeah. The question: when we get kicked out again, because I'm sure it's going to happen, especially between Sarah and I, what's the protocol? What do we do? Like, we got to let people know, like, if we just go away, just to call in again, just do what we just did.
Yeah, we're going to have another person, Harmon, who's actually here. He just doesn't have his camera on to admit people and help with. When you're in the breakout rooms, there's also like a little button that's like, I need help. And if you press that, you'll get a notification.
Oh yeah, Vicky, we discovered that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay,
but I love it.
Does everyone have, in case, I don't know, internet, like, it sounds like it might be on your end, Sandy, it might be that our Wi-Fi there is the slowest at the house. I think it's like 30 megabytes per second. Okay. So maybe it's getting stretched. I don't know if that, I'm totally.
Is Maggie on Wi-Fi right now, Chad? Is she on?
I don't know.
She's listening to the audio book. Is
that wouldn't be Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she does. She's right now.
Yeah. Anyways, so if you get knocked out of the thing, do you have? Is the best way to reach you, Taryn, through that chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just let Taryn know through the chat, or let Harmon know. I think he's on the chat too.
Yeah.
We'll all be on the chat there.
Okay. I'm taking more of the participants. So if I'm talking to Margaret and I freeze and go away, just tell them to stay calm and I'll come back. Yeah. I get to dial in.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we got like our own little rooms for every person. So worst case scenario, if you dropped out, you would just see the live feed.
Yeah. Okay. I will see the
and most people I've told to call me if they get kicked out and they can't get back in, and we'll talk it through and get that connection.
Say that again.
Yeah, because like for this, I'm on camera, but for the actual show, I won't be in the show.
You won't be? I thought you were hosting it.
Hey guys, welcome to my office. I'm just gonna queue up some videos here real quick.
So, Taryn, Chloe just sent you an email. The chat link the chat code is still
that was good.
Working.
Crazy.
Okay, we can fiddle with it. I remember when I've done it with Seashell Hospital, it took a little bit of fiddling, so I can look back at the emails and see what exactly they did. I don't do the website, so I don't know. I just sent them the code and they got it working, but I can take a back look and see.
Yeah, she just sent you the code that she's got just to make sure, maybe if you take a look and make sure it looks like the right configuration.
You know what email she sent?
What email did you send it to? Gmail?
Info, I think.
Just to check the sound. Chloe, can you hear me? Anybody?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your picture froze.
You're freezing, but I can hear you.
Okay, I'm freezing.
Yeah, here and there, but we're getting some like images, which is cool.
Yeah, how about this? Is that going good?
It looks like a still shot.
It's good, and then it cuts out, so it's a little up and down, it seems.
I will try the 3G.
Yeah, like it was good, and then it cut out. Okay, so you've tried.
Like I noticed it says embed domain.
You want to get rid of the brackets in front of your domain.
Okay.
Like where it says domain equals.
Okay.
And yeah, because right now you have embedded domain equals, and then you've got like some triangle brackets. You want to replace the triangle brackets as well, if that makes sense.
Remove those, but leave the equal sign?
Yes. I think so, yeah.
Okay, we'll try removing these, but we'll leave the equal sign.
Yeah, because the argument is all inside the quotes. So if you see where it says SRC equals quote, and then it has your link, you want to go, you want that to end at the .org, and you don't want the brackets.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That looks awesome, Joa.
Yes.
And how do I sound right now?
You sound beautiful.
You sound clear. The picture's a little bit choppy.
Is it choppy? This is on 3G now. So just trying a few things.
Yeah.
And with the heart. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big hot.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be
It's
higher.
definitely struggling, but it's working.
I mean, I think a little bit of a choppy thing for 3 or 4 minutes is not the end of the world. Like,
And I don't know if Joa has to move around so much because I'm going to be moving around. So she just has to find a spot. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you're able to zoom in, but I'm going to be like, if I'm on I don't know, like I don't even need to be wired. People would just be saying, like,
you'll just need to talk loudly. The further
Yeah,
away.
I
I
can't.
have a voice.
I can't zoom in. I have to walk in. So
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
walk in, I don't know. I guess I'm on 3G, so that shouldn't matter.
It's definitely less laggy if you don't move the camera as much, like the more stationary, because every frame that's dramatically different from the one before, it has to send all the information again, versus if you're holding it still, it's kind of using the information that it's already sent. It's just saying, this is slightly different, so it uses way less data. So if you move it less, it'll look way better.
So Sandy,
Okay, so this is okay right now.
Without moving your lips.
What? Can I what?
I mean, what?
Can I pause
So-
without what?
Talk.
So really,
Talk
all
without-
kidding
okay.
aside, Sandy, if you don't move around too much and like, but your lips can move, obviously, but you yourself, like, don't go side to side and jump all
Okay.
around.
I
Yeah.
can just work in one spot. So we can figure that out, what the best spot is. And I will, I'll twist it that it's a little higher and I'll just be in one spot. It's, that's not the best angle of the heart, but we can set that up. It's not done yet either, obviously. It's got a lot more.
Yeah, I like the white because it contrasts against the red background, which is great.
We wanted to have people commenting on the chat there as well, right? So we would
Mhm.
need another person with the chat open there,
The chat open.
up by the heart. If they're
Oh,
responding to people.
Yeah.
right. I guess. Are we thinking that's a Q&A? The only time there's a Q&A is with, at this point, is with Sandy when she's knitting.
Okay.
And Rolf when he's with Trouty and Ulrich after the video.
Okay, cool.
You know, I missed most of that. I don't know if I froze or you froze.
Oh. You okay. I didn't you didn't freeze. So
You're good.
are you on Hirschler Buck Wi-Fi?
Well, let me check that. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why.
there was discussion about chat up at the barn, and then all of a sudden you're talking about me and Trouty.
Yeah, I was just saying the only time right now we have the chat like a Q&A where we actually respond to questions live is on the Thursday with Sandy and Margaret and Joan, and on the Friday with you and Trouty and Ulrich.
It isn't happening with the heart?
Yeah, that's live, isn't it?
We hadn't planned for that. The heart was really just an opportunity for people to they could send something via the chat, but we're not necessarily responding to it.
Right.
Right?
I thought, yeah.
And I just thought just we hadn't planned for that, but we totally can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we can play with that.
Okay.
I mean, or is it just me talking about where it came from or how it came to be? And then,
yeah. And basically asking the audience to to send in? What do you want? Names, messages?
Yeah, messages, short messages, and names of those that people can't reach through this time of COVID. There'll be lots of names on it. Like I'm going to put all the names of Christensen Village so I can talk about that. Like all the people there. Yeah.
Okay.
It would be nice to have somebody else writing with me. I was thinking Maggie because she's my family, but
nice.
yeah. I mean, I can do it too, but it's going to be a lot too. Yeah. I'll have a bunch of names set out as well.
Let's see how this goes today. And then we can, how is the chat looking?
Still not working.
It's still not working.
No.
Darn. Okay.
I have just a question of clarification. For that heart out there, is that the live cam that you had set up that you were playing around with over 3G?
Yep.
That's what we're using for that?
Yeah.
Just so we're all on the same page. Okay.
We are still struggling with the chat, but do we want to try calling Victoria? Okay. What's your mom's number?
Phone number?
Phone number, yeah.
624-86029.
Are you good to try her?
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
What is Jonah doing when during the heart? Because Jonah could help me as well.
Yeah.
Somebody to help if that's cool, or a Chloe, like somebody just to feed me the lines.
Yeah. So Chloe could be up there. She'd have to be on 3G too, I think.
Oh, okay.
I could go.
Yeah. You know what? Of course. Anyways.
That's my tooth.
We need some way of relaying the messages, but we have the chat box, so we can just
the chat box. Yeah.
we can just send the messages via
It
chat.
would just be nice if there's one chat box, somebody could be writing it and I could be sewing it. That's all. Yeah.
The other thing we do have, really old school, is walkie-talkies.
Oh my God, that's pretty fun. But then do we have the earpiece to it? That's cool.
Yeah. So
We'll get Sky on that.
Oh my God, he will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does everyone have the program? Like, know what is happening when?
I don't have it in front of me, but we can get it
Should we
printed out.
print? Oh, Rolf does.
There we go. I don't even have my knitting needles. I have to make sure, like.
So should we pause and go and gather all the things that everyone needs?
I think that's a good idea.
Because we've got basically 20 minutes before the participants start to arrive.
Yeah.
And then, Vicky, you can tell me what you think, but we were thinking we would practice with the participants taking a break. So we would get set up and then we'd say, okay, we're all set up. Should we get into our breakout rooms?
Yeah.
Yes. Get into our breakout rooms. So we'll go into Zoom. We'll all be in a Zoom room. We'll have a quick chat. Then we'll go into our breakout rooms and then we'll practice going like away until say 10 to 1.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. Prepping people for what they touch, what they don't touch on their computer to walk away.
That's right. Yeah. And Vicky, it may be Lee was a little panicky trying to get on yesterday, so he may at the last minute be contacting you or me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or you.
I spoke with him yesterday. I'm all prepared.
Okay. Did you go over volume controls with him? Because he was like couldn't figure out volume.
Yeah. No. I showed him on the iPad where it was.
Awesome. Okay.
Chad,
Yeah.
I just want to say this now before I forget. Jonah, can we set up a sign? This is for Thursday, Friday, saying that we have like a down at the bottom of our driveway saying live filming going on right now. So we don't have people like Ed driving up in the middle of it and trying to sell me a boat or just FYI. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was trying to sell us a boat?
No, just saying.
Oh.
Did you buy it?
Might.
No, he just literally showed up about 3 months and said, I got all these ideas. And I'm like, okay, but I'm in the middle of dinner.
I sent an email back to Chloe, just FYI, with some code. It looks the same as what you had pretty much, but I know that it works. Like I've used this code before. So just for an example. But while I was doing that, I think I kind of missed a little bit what the plan was with your participants and stuff. I heard you say something, but
okay, we'll do a Zoom room gathering with all of us, and then if you can assign us into our breakout rooms, and then once we're in our breakout rooms, we will we'll tell our participants, hey, we're going to take a 20-minute break and come back at 10 to 1 to get ready for the live stream.
Or this is today.
Today. Okay. Yeah. We're going to practice taking a break. That's
okay.
Because we're just want to make sure they understand the concept of like, it's ready. Don't, touch anything, and you can go and have a sandwich. There was one thing. Oh, Tom, we're going to put Norm in your breakout room today. He's the only one that doesn't really have, isn't assigned because he's not introducing anything.
Yep.
So he's going to be with you and Leo.
Okay.
Is that okay? And it'll be like, you'll be introducing the last song with both of them.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Sure.
Yeah. And basically it can just be a conversation between the three of you leading into the song. Yeah. And we're kind of giving ourselves like 2 to 3 minute, or maybe like 3 to 4 minute like windows of so it's enough for a little chat, and then, hey, what's next, and talk, and then into the next thing. Have you got everything, Taryn, you need in terms of videos?
Probably not. But I have the videos that got dropped off on the hard drive yesterday. I haven't gone into the OneDrive yet.
Okay, did you get the one from the researchers that's in the Dropbox?
I haven't downloaded the Dropbox yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I have everything that's on the drive. I'll download
the Dropbox. Okay. I think
Sent him the credits this morning.
yeah, and Chloe sent you the credits, which don't have sound, but they're we wanted to play them by WeTransfer this morning.
Okay. I got an email that said you were going to do the WeTransfer, but I don't know if I actually got the WeTransfer yet.
Okay.
All right. Here,
All right.
on the other
So
channel. Okay, I'll download those.
Awesome. So we'll take 15 and gather our shit together.
Goodbye.
I actually did have one question for you, Chad.
Yeah.
For the moderated Q&A, which is item 10, I guess.
Yeah.
Is there anybody, and if so, who, from the other breakout rooms that needs to be in that Q&A? Because if they're in the breakout rooms, we're gonna have to move them from the breakout rooms to another breakout room possibly, or yeah, I was just wondering what was happening there.
No, we're gonna just do it like so Sandy's with Margaret and Joan.
Yeah.
And today actually, Taryn, we're gonna try both, like give Rolf a chance to try with Trouty and Ulrich, which are the day 2. So that's the Q&A for day 2. Okay. So if we could just do 5 minutes with Sandy and Margaret, and then 5 minutes with Rolf, and maybe we'll play the Trouty video today as well, which I don't know if that's been explained to you. Sorry, Taryn. So much is like, this is so dynamic, but there's a video that was on the hard drive. I believe it's called Trouty Love. And I don't know if it's in, I don't think that is mentioned in our sheet. So that is part of Rolf's breakout room with Trouty and Ulrich. So at some point when we go to Rolf and Trouty, Rolf would say, okay, now we're gonna play this video. And that would get played, and then it would go back to them after.
Yeah, so that it was going to be like a brief introduction. I was going to introduce the 3 people playing in it, and then I was going to ask Trouty a question about her singing, and then I would say, so that would be like a minute or 2, and then we'd go to the video, and then come back to our breakout room and do the Q&A. And I'm not quite clear how the online questions get fed to me.
I think they're going to get fed to you by the chat. Is that right, Taryn?
What we had discussed was having the YouTube chat sent to whoever's hosting, like almost kind of like the chat that we had. When we did talk about that, we had less hosts though. So
yeah. So I wonder if the simplest is to have the questions fed to Rolf via the Zoom chat.
Or
sure.
they could be texted to me. That's another option.
Or texted to him.
Yeah, we just need to decide whose responsibility that
to monitor the chat.
Yeah, just to monitor the chat and to pick out whatever questions you want to answer.
Yeah, Chloe will be doing that.
Okay, perfect.
So, and then Chloe will. So it's really between Chloe and Rolf to figure out how they're going to communicate. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the silent messenger service thing that I had. You can either use that room or you can set up another room if you want. They're free to make.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you able to see that chat function, Rolf, that Taryn set up? Is it fairly
Zoom
easy?
group chat?
Yeah, the group chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Chloe should just use that. And that's.
Yeah, so how many screen? I'll have my screen of Ulrich and Trouty, I'll have Kira, I'll have the online feed, and then the group chat.
And the group chat, that's it.
Yeah, I think I can make that work.
Okay.
So Taryn, today Kira won't be in there, but on the day, we're hoping to have another person in the Zoom, and her name will be Kira.
Okay, is she phoning in or is she going to Zoom in?
It's looking like she can Zoom in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just put her in the same breakout room as you guys. And just for a point, like have most of you guys have used breakout rooms at some point? You have some idea of kind of just pressing OK and joining the breakout room?
We've done it once, I think.
Okay. It's not too complicated. I just wanted to see if before we had, other people that may not have so much experience doing it, how, the core group felt about it, but we'll get through it.
Well, it's going to be new for all of our participants.
Yeah. No, I just mean it helps if there's more people that understand how to do it,
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it should be okay. I mean, they're not joining for another 10 minutes or so. For the two, because I guess everything's the same on the 2 days except breakout room number 4. Is that what it's looking like?
I don't know what breakout room number 4 means.
I guess that's more chat. I'm just looking between the 2 days.
The thing that was itemized 1 on 2 in the list that I have. So there's the Zoom collage, the foibles of Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 1 on 2. So one day that'll be Sandy, and the other day it'll be me.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean, is that all the other groups, like it's the same people on both days, except for your group. You're only doing it on day 2.
Yeah.
Chad, is it okay if I put them all in that breakout room, even though it's going to be 2 separate ones on the 2 separate days? I just don't have enough breakout rooms with feeds.
Sure. Yeah, we'll just have to explain to them that that's what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be separate the day of. I just don't have enough live feeds out to give you another one yet.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Taryn, so I think what we'll treat today kind of like you would a Q to Q or not a Q to Q, but a tech rehearsal where at any point, I mean, we're not, even when we're introducing, we're going to be sort of meta introducing, like saying, okay, this is us introducing, this is the time when we'll be introducing. And if there's any cue that's confusing or where we're not sure, we'll just stop and then go back and try it again. And I'll try to explain that to the participants at the beginning, that that's the purpose of this. Yeah.
Sounds
Can
good.
I have the capacity to share screens?
I think I gave you the
Let's see.
permission. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to share.
I can. Okay. Because I think I was gonna try just sharing one document, not that one, this one. Okay. Do you think that, can you see that? Is that big enough?
I wouldn't make it any smaller.
Yeah. Okay. If I make it bigger, then I have to kind of scroll. Or you know what I could do is make a PDF maybe.
Could you maybe just zoom in on the page, like in the corner there, other corner? Or yeah, because I think there's like you can adjust your windows actually over where I think the zoom is.
Oh, I see. Like do that. Is that better? And then I could do.
Because you can change how the page looks. Like you're seeing, because there's the gray on the side of the page. Like if you just zoomed in on the page, but actually, oh, there it is, where it says 150 below document 1.
Oh yeah.
If you click on that, you could probably make it like 175 or something.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, I will do that. Yeah. I just have to do it without sharing. Okay. Awesome.
Let's download the Zoom video.
In a second, hold on, sorry. Yeah, what's up?
I could put you on Ethernet as well.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Thank you. Yeah. I think that's a really good idea. I'm going to come around here though. Hold on. I'm going to be right here.
Oh, I'm stepping on Joe. How proactive of you.
Okay.
You don't know if there's a way to send the Dropbox differently so that it's just a download link and I don't actually have to like add it to my Dropbox, because I know there's 2 ways of sharing it, and I can't seem to download it without adding it to my Dropbox, and of course I don't have enough space to add it to my Dropbox.
Sure. Do you need us to do that?
I think so, because I can see it,
but you can't.
I can't download it.
Okay.
It just says Backstage Pass playback, and then because it's like 700 megabytes, I don't have enough space on Dropbox because I don't use Dropbox. But I know there's a way you can share it so that it's just like a download link. I'm just not familiar how to do that.
Let me.
I did get the WeTransfer though, just FYI.
Okay. So you just need the researchers thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Share. Copy Dropbox link. So if I just copy the link and then send it to you, I'll send it to your Gmail.
I got both of them open.
Okay, see if that works. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Got it. Cool. I got it downloading now. Thanks.
Okay. that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay, I just need to add this presentation in. I never realized how loud my click was until I could hear it back through Zoom. So obnoxious.
So there'll be a couple new participants that aren't mentioned in the spreadsheet. I think there's 2, Taryn, and I'll just let you know what breakout room to put them in.
Sure.
I can tell you right now if you like.
Sure.
Okay. So there's going to be a participant called Norm, and he's going to go in the breakout room with, oops, one sec, with Tom. So I think it's 5. Okay. And then Margaret, there's 2 Margarets. There's a Margaret Gabriel, just to make your life more confusing. And she'll go in the breakout room with me.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll sort it out when everyone arrives too. But
a Margaret G.
Margaret G. Yeah.
Okay. And then Norm. Okay, so just 1 and 5. Okay.
Here. John, do you mind just helping me? Yeah. I don't think I've ever connected to Ethernet. So how would I do that with
So there should be there should be a maybe in Did you phone her?
Time is it? Time, yeah.
Time. Yeah. I mean, we've got the Wi-Fi. Do I join? Oh, like the Ether. Did I plug it into the right thing? Like.
Oh no. Sorry, just
yeah. Or
it should be. No, there's a little look on that one.
I got some people here. You good if I start letting them in? I got Joan's iPad and a Tegan.
I don't think
yeah, it's not connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring them in.
Sorry.
No worries. This is good.
All right, here's Joan.
And Joan is the same as Margaret B.
Oh, okay, that's a good note.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might happen a few times.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi. We're still here.
Oh, we're afternoon. Yay.
So
we've been sitting here since the last time.
You said Margaret B?
Yes, Margaret B.
You know a good time,
That's what
Margaret.
it feels like. We're all stuck in Zoom.
Okay, do you want both of us in this or Margaret primarily?
Both.
I think both of you.
Yeah. You're
Are you sure? Because I mean, she looks good by herself.
Sure does.
It does.
Yeah, you do.
What a lie.
My daughter's doing my hair and makeup for this whole video.
Oh, really?
I
haven't done it yet.
I thought this was a rehearsal.
Hello.
This is rehearsal.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you eating? Can I have a bite?
Brie and balsamic glaze and peas.
Oh.
So Taryn, this is Marguerite. Marguerite and Tegan, please meet Taryn and Harmon. Harmon, you can't really see, but he's behind that black screen.
Okay,
and
got my glasses on.
I didn't introduce you.
Hi, Marguerite.
Hi, everyone.
I'm just renaming you so I can keep track of who's who.
Hi, Vicky. And somebody's hiding behind. Oh, yes, you are Sandy. You were hiding.
I was.
Hi, Norm and Sandy.
Hi. Hi. And I've got my daughter with me again today.
Hi, Tegan.
Her name is Tegan, yes.
Nice to see you.
You too.
We all need somebody here, younger, to help us with our screens.
Don't have young.
Somewhat helpful.
Hey, Norm.
Hi,
Hi.
Hey, Norm.
Yeah.
There we go.
how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So Brown,
I got Gail's iPad coming in.
We're still here, aren't we?
Doing
Yes.
it.
And that's Gail is with Leo.
Okay.
Karen behind
Thanks.
that's Leo.
Hey,
Yeah.
Leo.
Hello,
Vicky,
you
where's
guys.
Vicky? There you are.
Hi.
Vicky, be sure to grab some screenshots of this. It'd be really
Hi,
great
Vicky.
when we're all together.
You can see.
Sandy, I don't know how to do screenshots. I forgot to ask my kids.
I'll do a screenshot.
Thank you.
Oh, when we're all
You know,
here.
this screenshot? It's okay. What?
I'm
Can
gonna
you do a screenshot?
Yeah, got it.
I have a question for Taryn.
Sure.
When with the Zoom group chat, because it's always newest stuff at the bottom of it,
Yeah.
of that screen.
Thanks, Barb.
Is there? Do you have any control of how my screens are seen in my
Help
breakout
yourself,
room?
Barb.
I do not, and we're not using the Zoom chat. We're using that other link that Chad had sent.
Oh, well then I'm totally out of the loop.
Yeah, you're on that chat.
You're in
It
that
says
chat.
Zoom group chat.
we were asking for lattes.
Yeah, the one where you're asking for lattes. Yeah.
Oh, nope.
I want a
That one
cupcake.
there.
What? No lattes?
We're working on it.
Cupcakes.
Okay.
Hi, dear, thank you. I've got
Somehow
a
I'm gonna have to
question.
figure out that.
Yes,
chat.
Sandy.
We can figure that out with you after, Ralph. It's not hard. I'm looking through the participants in the chat, and you're not in there, so you might have just missed the link.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll send it to you again, Rolf.
It won't be the first link I've missed.
Sandy.
I just have a quick question. Is day 2 the same as day 1?
Yes. There's a slight variation. We have a kind of a portion in the middle of each day where it's a little bit different, but essentially they're the same.
Yeah, because it on the sheet that was sent was day 1 and day 2, but in the ad in the paper it says day 1. It says the date or
Yeah,
the other date. So I didn't know if they were the same or not.
they're pretty much the same.
Okay.
We had a lot of there was about like 2 hours of debate about whether we should put and. So just so everyone knows, Taryn and Harmon, who you see Harmon's name, and then the big V that you might see there,
Yep.
that's not a superhero. That is their, that is Bizarre, is the name of Taryn and Harmon's production company, and they're running the ship. So they're the ones who are going to be putting us into our different rooms where we're going to be in separate breakout rooms. One of us will be with you, and then we'll be watching the live stream until it's our turn to be live, and they'll be turning the cameras of the live stream to us.
Okay.
So that's
Do you want the carers as well as the participants?
well, I kind of feel like it would be really lovely to have you part of it. Like we don't want to force you, but if you're happy to, we'd love to have you in it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I didn't know. I just didn't know what the protocol was. So if it doesn't matter, we're fine.
We'd love to have you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're so much fun.
That's because we've been drinking.
That's
right. Oh,
We don't get
in your
19.
dreams.
Hey, Vicky.
We don't get 19 in this thing, do we?
Get 19
close together, you mean?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, Vicky, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
I'm just wondering. My fear is I was supposed to send something to Trouty and Ulrich, or have you sent them the link for this?
No, I sent them a link. Yeah. Yeah. It's off your, yeah.
I'm just adding the last couple people here. We got another Margaret, and I'm gonna add one more person.
Howdy.
Oh, that's Margaret.
There we are.
There they are.
Hi, Gail. Hi, Leo.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. Can
Hi,
you see us
Margaret.
both?
And now.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Great iPad. Thank you.
Where am I?
You're up here.
Where are you?
Let in.
Hi, Trouty.
Taryn, do you have to press a button for it to go to live stream?
It's on now.
Oh, it's already live streaming?
It is.
Oh yeah, I've been live streaming since before I even called it to you guys.
Oh, okay. Because I had someone. Okay. Okay.
There wasn't audio at first, but I've added the audio in now.
Hey, Taryn and Harmon.
Yeah.
Joyce and Bill are waiting to be admitted.
Oh, I see that they are there. Perfect.
What's all this about anyway?
It's the Raising the Curtain project, man.
Yeah, but we're on Zoom.
There we are. There she is.
Oh,
There's Bill.
there's Bill. Where's Joyce?
I've
Where's
seen this.
Joyce?
Joyce, she's resting. We tired her out this morning.
Yeah, I guess so. It was a pretty
Oh,
active
man.
thing, wasn't it?
It was so, yeah. Yes.
Big group, big group.
This is a really big. I think this is the biggest Zoom I've ever done.
18
What do we
people.
got? Seven screens.
Wow.
18 people? Wow.
At least 18 locations.
Oh wow. So is this everyone, Vicky? I'm
19.
Yeah, Sadie will be joining a bit later.
Right.
I think it's everybody else though.
Can
yeah.
everybody hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, the volume on this is low for us. So
Okay.
Is
I
it an
don't know whether to
iPad?
press the upper or lower button for volume.
Yep, try one, and if it doesn't make it louderly, try the other.
Oh, that's too logical.
I know. Look at that. I'm not even.
Crazy. Feedback.
Feedback.
All right.
So where's Lee?
So the only person I wasn't sure just on the script was the one that's labeled Ulrich Schaffer.
Oh, okay, Ulrich. So that's Trouty and Ulrich, and they're gonna. Yeah,
He's
hey,
leaving right now.
just introducing you to Taryn. He's our kind of producer for the show, and he's going to be moving us to our different breakout rooms, which we're going to do shortly. We're
It's a breakout room. You go into another room with one of them and you talk about whatever they want to talk about. Is that
There
a dance
you
room?
go. That is exactly what a breakout room is.
Thank you.
Have you got any have you got any breakdown rooms?
Yeah,
That's after.
they serve us both. It can be breakdown or breakout.
Chad, Tegan and I have been looking outside. There's a fawn up outside just a little bit up the field. It's quite wonderful.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Tegan.
Your puppy's not going nuts, wanting to chase.
No, they can't see through the glass.
As long as he's in your arms, he's completely pacified.
They always have them.
Norman,
I see
Norman,
Margaret and
if
Joan
you-
haven't stolen one of your puppies yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're waiting for them to show up in the middle of the night.
Norman, if you tilt your screen a little, your partner will be on too. She's kind of half on now.
I know that's okay.
And
Half
it's
on,
just-
half off.
but we want to see all of you, and all you have to do is tilt. All you have to do is tilt the screen sideways.
I'm just going to move it over to.
Not very good. Okay, get the other one then.
We only see half of
that's
fine.
Trouty's face. We
Yeah.
only see half of Trouty's face from here.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Now you see it. Isn't that beautiful?
That's better.
Can you move your iPad so that you're not backlit? You have beautiful windows, but we can't see your lovely face.
So everyone, we're going to the purpose of coming on at noon, coming a little bit early, was just for all of us, so that we can make sure technically that everything's working, so that we can hear you, you can hear us, and that you're comfortable, your computer or iPad is in the right position.
Mine isn't.
It's not.
I'm in a different chair.
Okay. Well, as long as you feel confident that you can get it into the right position.
Just keep talking.
Okay.
Chad.
All right. Keep talking.
I'll move it. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. And
what about the Scottish lady? Where is she and her daughter?
yeah,
What's her name?
Sadie and Sandra are joining. They just couldn't get here at noon, so they're going to be here at 12:30.
Oh, okay.
Be on for the whole, like for the next hour. What we wanted to do was get everything set up, and then as we're going to do on Thursday, we were going to take a break so you can go, make a sandwich, make a cup of tea, do whatever you need to do.
Refresh your drink.
Plan to come back without going off the video.
Leave the video.
Yes. Hello.
There's Joyce, and there's me.
Wait, who's the happy one and who's the sad one?
Yeah.
About you. No, they're talking about Joyce and
There we go.
Marguerite, if Marguerite could turn you have to turn. I think people don't get that. If you go turn it sideways, you can center people. Right now, her daughter is right at the margin again.
There we go. Stephen's got it.
I'm just trying to deal with we have a bit of a lighting issue in this room.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get us sorted, that's all.
Yeah, thanks, Tegan. And
then you can take a break.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to mention is today's rehearsal is just that. It's if it was a theater show, we'd call it a technical rehearsal, and it's for us to rehearse all of the technical parts of the show. So we may at times have to stop and go back and redo a technical cue, just depending on how it goes. And whenever you feel you need to ask a question, today's the day to ask a question.
Well, remind me, you can't talk while you're talking.
That's important.
So that's a really good point. So for Lee and Margaret, if you end up needing to talk, and everyone, if you need to say something while someone else is on, this likely won't happen because we're not going to have a group session like this live. But you can mute yourself. There is a way to, if you go on, if you press the Zoom screen, there's a little microphone in the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah,
on the top.
Yeah, if you're on an iPad, it's on the top.
It's on the top. Yeah. Yeah. So we're really excited and just grateful that you're jumping in on this with us. Does anyone have any questions before we kind of launch into our break?
Well, my question is simply about the iPad. I cannot, no matter what I do, try and pick up the volume on it. So maybe after it's over, someone give me a call and run me through it. I don't know how to do that. I've tried the buttons. It doesn't seem to make any difference.
It looks fine.
You can hear us.
We can hear you. Nice.
Yeah, I can hardly hear you though.
Can't hear us. Oh, it's on the side of the iPad, on the left-hand side in the top one.
Yeah, I know that. I tried pushing buttons. It doesn't seem to make much difference. You hold them down or what?
Yeah. Lee, the problem might be because we loaned it to you, we locked the iPad, and I'm wondering if we locked those controls, which might
have locked the volume.
It does seem weird.
How do I? Yeah, okay.
Okay, I've got a female question.
Okay.
What do we wear? What are we going to wear?
Good question.
Okay.
It's very serious.
I know. I'm just gonna be like wearing like probably Sandy's gonna put fur, like you have fake fur for me, and a few other. Sandy's got a whole costume ready for me. No,
so technically, and Taryn, you can realize, don't wear like fine stripes or anything like that like checkers, like, because it makes the thing buzz. But what you're wearing solids is beautiful. I love that. So I'm trying to give an example. Like, see how if you wear something, see how that screen goes all weird. So you don't just solid colors is good. Everybody's wearing awesomeness.
Well, I've got experience with the Zoom before, and it's definitely solid colors will go over better than anything else.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What you're doing right now looks really great because your background is white and you're wearing red and purple solid. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm just
and I'm going to be outside, so I'm just going to opt for black because because
I'm just thinking with Margaret and Joan, you are looking far down. Is there anything, a couple of books you can put under your computer or iPad so that you're higher up, you look us more? No, don't tilt the screen. You're still looking down.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good.
See
you. Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea, but I don't think I've got anything. I could try to get something to balance it, but
you know what?
Like a dictionary.
Something that's you know what? It's what's really important. We're going to be doing some knitting, so I think where you had it will be fine because I want to see. I want to see your hands move a little bit. So yeah. We want to be comfortable too. So.
We can do something like on a book like that.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. But Margaret, because we're going to be knitting together, because you got to show me how to cast off.
Again?
Yeah. I'm a slow learner. So so it'll be good to move your camera later. We'll position it. It's totally fine. If so that the camera that you're comfortable, because we obviously want to be close enough we can be heard.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Yeah, but you can do that in your breakout too. Like we're going to take a break. So.
I'm going to suggest we actually
do that in the breakout. So if you get your knitting, we can do it in the break.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good time because we can break out, and then any further questions people have, we can address in the breakout rooms. It's a little easier because there's not 18 screens and people talking over each other. So why don't we do that? Taryn, I'll pass it over to you to, so you're going to get a note that just says join now. Is that right?
Yeah, basically what I was going to explain. So with these breakout rooms, what's going to happen, it does depend a little bit on the device that you're on. So if you're on an iPad, it's going to look a bit different than if it's on a computer. But basically what's going to happen is I'm going to move you into a breakout room. We have 5, and you have a partner who's in there who's going to talk with you and introduce your segment type thing. When I push you into the room, there's going to be a pop-up in the middle of your screen that's going to basically say yes or cancel. And I found on some versions of Zoom, it says join. Others, it says yes. So you just want to press yes or join when I prompt you to go into the room, and then it's going to push you into that other room. There may not be anybody there except you'll see one that says live feed, which is basically what's going live to the program. But eventually somebody will show up there with you. It just might take a couple minutes. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to start moving people. There's a lot of us, so it's just going to take a few minutes here.
Where's the wine? I want the wine.
It's coming.
It's,
yeah, it's
coming. In the
room. We're on the move.
Yeah, whatever's going to make it easier for you, though. So, well,
I'm going to 2.
Is that all right? The high performance is at 12.
Maybe Lee can find the.
Oh, that's us, Bill.
Where are we going? See? Where are we going?
Into the room.
I haven't got there yet.
We're as
So-
lost.
Joyce. Press the button. Bill, you press the button to go into the room.
Are you keeping up?
Kind of.
What's it say? Should be join or something. I don't see anything.
The button asking you to join will be showing up shortly.
Sorry, I know some people are half in and half out.
Yeah, just hang tight. When you get the button asking you, just click OK.
If anyone sees a button appear on their screen to say join room, you click it or press it or whatever you need to do on your device.
So since I don't have the chat thing, like I'll get the breakout room thing, but if I don't have the chat thing, does that mean our entire breakout room is going to be out of the loop?
I don't know.
It's Vicky.
What does this say?
Okay.
We're all quietly waiting.
Yeah, I know. I haven't
See what
assigned everybody. I'm
happens.
just having trouble between the iPad names and the names that are in the list, and they're on a few pages. So I'm just having to like flip back and forth and go.
There you
"Where do
go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
take whatever time you need.
Absolutely. No, we're all watching. It's great.
It'll be easier once we have them in the group. It's just this. Margaret.
Lee, was your volume working any better?
My volume, no.
No. And it doesn't show you the volume bar on your screen at all?
Or the
There's just a
loud-
more participants don't. Oh no, I don't see one.
No.
Anyways, we're invited to join a breakfast room, so we're going to join.
Okay, bye.
Have you got a loudspeaker? He's gone.
I'm actually not sure where I'm putting you, Vicky. I don't have you on my list.
No, I'm just here. I don't go anywhere.
Okay, cool.
Maybe in
I'm like
limbo.
looking around. I'm going like, where?
No.
And I kind of have the same problem with Colin. You're not on my list either.
Okay, so that's Tom.
Oh, okay.
That's Tom
I'm gonna
Conlon.
rename this because
Conlon
this is throwing me
Jones.
off.
Yeah. And he's
Like
with
that?
Leo and
Is that good?
Norman.
Okay, cool. And
Taryn is just an earthling.
I got that.
oh my
Got
goodness.
that?
Okay, sorry. I'm almost done here. There we go. You should be able to hear me now, Chad, and everybody in the groups. Cool. Yeah. But I can't hear anybody else in any other groups, so I'm just selecting which group I'm tuning into. But yeah. Correct. All the breakout rooms can hear me, but they can't hear you. Okay. Yeah, correct. I'm basically just taking the audio from your but they can all hear me, but I can. No, but I can add Vicky. Here. I'll add her into your room. Yeah, but I would have to do it from my side. But I have control over all the live feeds. Yeah, why don't I just bring you back here? Or can I? You can go up to the top and go leave room and you'll come back into our room. Yeah, while you're in there by yourself. Yeah.
Terrible timing, but I was going to get the car to West.
Cool. So now you should be back in the main room. And if
And then when they started opening up, they had an hour in the morning and an hour at night, depending on which age bracket you fell into. You got to go out for an hour for some exercise. So they're only just now starting to go back to something closer to normal, and starting to go back to work and that kind of thing. And in Scotland, the UK, like the government in England, have started moving on to what we would call phase 3, I guess. They're opening bars and restaurants, but in Scotland, the First Minister has said that I don't think we're ready yet. So they're still being a bit more cautious in Scotland than they are in
Okay.
England.
Good for Nicola.
Yeah. But they're looking more stringent lockdowns really than we have had.
And they're looking for things to do in the evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll be their entertainment, Sadie.
This could be the highlight of the
I think
past
I
4
am
months.
quite often anyway.
So Chad, I've just added you as kind of the monitor source for all the other groups, so everybody can see us right now.
Okay.
I just thought we might want to give a rundown of kind of what we're gonna do next now that everybody's in the breakout rooms, but nobody obviously can talk to us because they're in the breakout rooms, but at least this way we can kind of broadcast.
Talk to them. So we're the live feed basically right now.
We are the live feed right now.
Okay. So first of all, I wanted to welcome Sadie into our larger group. Sadie, this is Taryn. Taryn's our production coordinator. He's running all that. He's telling what camera to look at who when. So
he's a busy man.
He is. He's a busy man. And so right now we are actually broadcasting to everyone else. I'm going to just quickly, Tom is saying it's hard for people to hear me. Okay. In that case, hold on. Is it hard for you to hear me, Sadie?
No.
Okay, so that might have to do with the live feed.
Because it is going through Zoom twice, there will be it does stuff to the audio.
Okay. So Joa, I know you wanted the live feed turned down at the moment. We're just gonna take a moment to kind of I'm gonna be broadcasting to everyone like Big Brother.
Yeah, I turned it up.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So just so everyone knows, it's 1 o'clock right now on the day, on Thursday or Friday, when we actually do the event. Taryn and Harmon, who are running the show, will be pressing play on the first video. And that's gonna be the first thing that people see. And that's what we're gonna launch into shortly.
Okay.
After that, it's going to go into the room that you and I are in, Sadie. So it'll be you and me, and I'll just be chatting with you, and we're just going to chat. Yeah, and we'll introduce the show, and then we're going to be following different videos as they come. After we've introduced the first video, Sadie, we'll come back one more time, and then it's going to be on to someone else.
Right.
So after that, you can sit back and relax. Everyone else will be on.
Sit back and relax.
And relax and enjoy the show. Okay, so if there's anyone out there who is not ready for us to begin, could you let me know or let Taryn know on the chat? Okay.
Everybody's ready.
Everyone's ready. I haven't heard anyone say no. I don't know if that's the best way to make sure everyone's ready, but we'll try it out.
I'm just going to send out a message to you.
Okay. I'm going to tilt my screen down a little bit. All right. Yes, I'm trying to get your attention. Sorry, we're just chatting. So for those who are confused here, there's a chat box on my computer and I'm chatting to the others. It's how we're communicating to without making noise, basically.
I also realized that this actually might be kind of confusing because it shows up in their Zoom as if you're in their Zoom, but you're not in their Zoom. You're broadcasting into their Zoom, so you can't hear them, but they can hear you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like Big Brother. I'm just going.
You'll do fine.
Yeah. So Taryn just sent a note just to say if you're having any issues. Otherwise, we are. Joa is finding that her participants can't hear her, Taryn.
Double plus, I'm good. Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna throw Harmon in the group and see if you can figure that out with them. What group are you? Okay, 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna move you over there, Harmon, if you can see. Yeah, okay, he's going over there.
So just for the sake of time, I wonder, Taryn, if we just launch into this, and if Joa is still having issues when we get to Joa, we'll deal with that. Mm-hmm. So just so I know, Taryn, is there going to be is the screen, the placement hold screen that people see before it goes live, are we able to give you an image for that? Yeah. Okay. Great. So let's do it. Let's launch in for the first video and see how it goes.
Okay. I'm just going to remove me here.
Sadie, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right. I'm just gonna get rid of my video so I'm not in the show here.
Just sit back and relax and wait till you're told.
Exactly. And we're gonna be, and eventually they're gonna play a video, and we'll get to see, I think, the video.
Yeah,
and
you'll be able to see it. I'm just getting it.
And then it'll come to us, just you and me.
What was that, Terran? That came
Terran
up?
is the guy who just disappeared off your screen.
Oh, Terran. Is it not? It's not Terran.
He's
it's
there, but
Terran.
he's blacked himself out so that everybody
Right.
can't see him.
Now that I appreciate that, I can go on to the next problem.
Okay, so you guys ready? I'm gonna play back the video, and then basically I'm gonna try and once the video is over, I'm basically just gonna switch back to the Zoom, but you'll be able to see it. I'm just gonna add the feedback into your room here, Chad. I had it off just because I was in there, but okay. You'll be able to see basically what's live.
So. Great.
All right.
Picture a time long ago, back when a trip to the village square wasn't a life-threatening experience. A fellowship of artists, academics, healthcare professionals, and people living with the experience of dementia came together to forge connections, attain knowledge, and share their experience with the world. It was a blank canvas, an empty stage. Where to begin? A date was set, July 2020. A location chosen, Good Samaritan Christensen Village, a campus of care nestled in the hamlet of Gibsons on the Sunshine Coast. With the knowledge they had attained and the connections they had forged, the ideas came flooding in. A tent on the greens to summon our fellow villagers. An opening song to welcome our audience into the world of the play. Artifacts and sculpture to scatter the surroundings with metaphor. A short puppet show of shadow to deepen our knowledge. A wandering exploration of the greater campus, culminating in a closing number to transform us from a group of individuals into a community united. But how, you are asking? How did these ideas come to be? How did this vision form? To understand this, we must visit the activity room. A laboratory of alchemy, creative activity, community, interconnectedness, and idea exchange. In the fall of 2017, one brave adventurer arrived. A bit early, mind you. One by one, his fellow adventurers, all sharing the lived experience of dementia, joined him. And the fellowship was formed, welcoming representatives from the guilds of artists, researchers, healthcare, along with residents and staff from this fair campus of care. The journey began. Maestro! Courageously exploring the lived experience, the collective used sculpture. Puppets. Fiber arts. Music. Games. Spoken word, mark making, painting, and plenty of discussion and dialogue. Interspersed, of course, by libations and comestibles, commonly referred to as tea and cookies. And so, the fellowship forged their connections, attained their knowledge, and were ready to share their experience with the world. But that was then. And this is now.
We are almost on.
Almost.
Almost. I believe actually we might be on. This
Yeah, you are.
I am on. All right. So welcome everyone to our tech rehearsal of the live stream. So Sadie, this is going to be the moment where you and I are basically going to be chatting while we introduce what we're doing and what this live stream is about. So that previous video with the little finger puppets moving around, that was us. That was us working at Christensen Village over the last 2.5 years. We've been, even longer, I think now it's 3 years, we've been exploring the lived experience of dementia through all sorts of creative games, exercises, storytelling, making puppets, making sculpture, and all sorts of discussion and dialogue. It's been an incredible experience. And Sadie, for me at least, it's been an incredible experience because I've gotten to meet you and the many others who are part of this project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here we are on Zoom. Is this? Are you getting used to Zoom?
Yes, I have. Yes, at home I have Zoom. Yes.
You have Zoom, yeah, and you've got family in all parts of the world, don't you?
Just about, yes. Ireland, Scotland, England. I'm sure I have some other places too.
Yeah.
America, quite a few in America, yeah.
And they Zoom in, so you've been able to have some Zoom calls?
Yes, I have. Well, I don't know about Zoom, but we phone each other and we write to each other and we do all sorts of things that we can join up together, which is nice.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's pretty incredible in the the current state that we're in, that we get to have these moments, even if it is through a computer screen.
Well, it's better than not seeing them at all or hearing from them so well and so often.
That's
so it's better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Exactly.
Well, it's even better than what we had before, which wasn't too bad, but each step up is always better than the last ones we had. So it's nice to move on a wee bit.
That's a really great way of putting it. Yeah, because as we tried to show in the video, we had grand ambitions to put on a play at Christensen Village, which is a care home in Gibsons, and that was going to happen next month. But because of the pandemic, that's now happening all throughout the world. Really, we've had to put that on hold. But we figured doing something was better than nothing. So this is our something right here. You and me on the screen, live streaming to the world. So I want to just do one quick shout out to the people at Christensen Village. I'm not sure if Bruce is watching us today. He might be watching our live stream. He'll definitely be watching on Thursday and Friday. And to all the residents at Christensen Village, our love and hearts are with you. And we wish we could be in your care home today, but we're going to be in your care home through this video. So Sadie, the first thing we're going to be introducing is a short video that thanks Sandra.
You look much better in this picture than the way up there.
You too. Now you're looking straight at us. But it was really nice to see Sandra slinking in and slinking out. So the first thing we're going to introduce is a short video that introduces you and the many others who have been involved in this project. So as I was saying, the project's taken place over the last 3 years. There's been a group of people living with the experience of dementia, along with artists, academics, healthcare professionals, and a whole bunch of amazing volunteers. Teachers. That's right. That's what you are. And so we just wanted to introduce you to everyone who's watching for the first time. So what do you say we cue up the introduction video?
Oh yes, that's
okay. Well, here's what I say, Sadie, for the cue. How about like we point at Taryn? Just like 1, 2, 3, and go.
My name is Joyce Foyle. Okay, I'm supposed to talk louder, Bill says. Hi, I'm Joyce Foyle, and I've been a member for how many years? Quite a few. I love going there. It's so much fun. Okay, am I going on too long?
I'm Leo White, and this is my dear wife, Gail. We've been married for a number of years, and I don't even know how many anymore.
20.
She says 20.
I remember.
I don't remember. All I know is I got the better part of it.
And I'm 140 years old. No, my name is Margaret, working with you for about 3 years.
Introduce Joan.
And
this is my partner.
I finally dragged Joan with me because she was always trying to do something else. And then I'd go off and she'd wonder where the heck I am. So here's the both of us.
Hi, I'm Norm.
And hi, I'm Sandy.
Oh,
yes. Not really. No, it's Norm's. It's Norm's parade.
I'm Norm.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
I'm Norm.
Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'll give my mom's face then, or pros?
Oh, no, yeah. Can you hear me? I can
Take a little while. Yeah.
Why did you?
It's just because of. Sorry, Dolph, you froze there. It says that it's recording us. Oh, I guess you want to hide the little thing of yourself. Hi.
Hi, my name's Marguerite, and this is my daughter Tegan next to me.
Hello,
Well, hello.
Thank you very much. My name is Sadie. Sadie Watt, or Sarah Watt if it's Sunday. The rest of the week it's just Sadie Watt. And this is my daughter Sandra, my number one child. There's another two of them as well. But at the minute I'm looking after her and she's looking after me.
Margaret Gabriel, and I'm married to my wonderful husband Lee. And yeah, what else do you want me to say? I have 3 children and six grandchildren. I've been a film editor as well at CBC. Yeah, I've done a few things.
And a painter.
And I paint.
And aromatherapist.
And aromatherapy.
And a bookstore owner.
Bookstore owner, yeah. Yeah, I've done a few things.
Hi, I'm Trouty, and this is my husband, and then you try to remember my name. What is my name?
I think it's Ulrich.
Okay, good.
Hi, I'm Trouty, and this is my husband. Oh my goodness. Hi, this is...
No, hi, I am Trouty.
Hi, I am Trouty, and this is my husband, Ulrich.
So nice to see everybody. Well, you two anyway. Everybody else is just. Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, you're live.
Great. Well, now we are here to introduce the next piece, and that's going to be a song that we called "Why Are We Doing This?" And it's kind of a theme song for us here at Raising the Curtain.
Yeah.
And it was a song that was built by stitching together bits of conversations that were documented over all of our meetings together by our research team. And then I arranged certain sections of those conversations to form verses and also a chorus. And then we were just starting to learn it together when suddenly we couldn't meet each other anymore. So we had to continue the process by Zoom. And so Tom and I got to have a little Zoom conversation with all of our participants in which we taught them the songs. And we would sing a line, they'd sing it back. And then we took all of those recordings and chopped them up. And we've made a virtual choir. Now, this song, like I said, exactly, it's worth laughing about. It's called "Why Are We Doing This?" And Marguerite, I'm going to throw you that question. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing Raise the Curtain anyways?
Because it's important and because it's fun. And we're learning things. And I think maybe by example, helping other people along. Because dementia is not a fun thing to have. So you need to make the best of it, as our song says.
Yeah. And company is always welcome, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Right.
And that's how it should be, as much, with the demographics that are coming and well, the boomers, I'm one of the boomers. There's a lot of us coming.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us probably have some dementia issues. So if we can get it all together, and the kind of work that you're doing with the group are really helpful for all of us.
Yeah.
And for those coming just behind us too. You know, I'm the oldest of 4 girls. Well, okay, my mom had it. I have it. I don't know if the others will, but hopefully they pass. But you know, it's out there. And so we need to, with your help, make the best of it.
Your help too. Here we
Yeah,
are
well.
talking about it together, which I think is a big
Yeah.
step too, right?
Yeah.
Community
Well,
building around it, right?
Yeah, community building around it, as
Community
Tegan
building.
says. Totally.
Yeah. And embrace like all of the parts of what does aging mean as a society, right? And get ready for things.
That's right. Because there hopefully aren't going to be, well, we're a big boom right now, this demographic. I don't think there's another one coming that's quite as large as that. So hopefully the numbers will diminish, or we won't live too long. Well, shouldn't say those things, but you know.
Yeah, well, I hope that you will teach us. Your generation will teach us.
Yeah.
More numbers.
And that's how it works too, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that we've set them up just fine to listen to a song.
Good. We're done?
I think so.
Or about me.
We can't hear anything.
It's the only life I've got. I don't want to sit and moan.
I am more at ease. I'm almost happier than I was.
Why are we doing this? Sharing our experience of living our lives with dementia. We want to be seen for who we are and who we've been. We are more than dementia.
Volume's pretty low, eh?
I think my generation's not going to take this lying down.
Hey, that
Love is at the center, that we use it, that we learn. I try to stay connected.
Other take away the fear. So I'm making friends.
I feel included while I'm here. Why are we doing this? Sharing our experience
of living our lives with dementia.
We want to be seen
For who we are and who we've been.
We are more than dementia.
It's important that I stand
and say what I mean. It's like I've lost control.
To someone else who wants to steer.
I think I need to learn to be creative with this year. I want to be with people
who are kind and loving and free. Why are we doing this?
Sharing our experience
of living our lives with dementia.
We want to be seen for
who we are and who we've been.
We are
more than dementia. We need another word for dementia. So let's raise the curtain on dementia.
Yeah, both.
All right.
Joyce?
We are.
Hello. So that was video. And we are introducing the next video, which is about all the fun we've been having over the screens on Zoom.
Oh, good. Yeah. We can do that.
That's great. Hey, Joyce.
Yes.
How have you been finding us doing this screen time talking?
Oh, it's fun. It's good.
Okay with it?
Yes, it's okay.
Oh, that's good. You'd probably rather be in person with all of us, though, right?
Oh, of course.
I did see you having some tea and cookies, though.
Cake. It was cake. I made the cake.
Oh, wow. Is there any left to show us, or is it just crumbs?
Just crumbs, I think.
Well, I can show you another one that I made. Do you want me to get it?
Like to show us.
Yeah.
Tell us how it tastes, Joyce.
It's very good.
What's flavor?
It's a lemon flavor, and lemon is my favorite taste, so it's good.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, let's all point to the screen and get them to queue up the next video, okay?
Okay.
Go.
Joyce, your turn.
Okay, there we go. I don't hear you yet. Yes, I see you're connecting to audio, it says.
Hi, I don't know how to get my camera going. It's weird.
You guys.
If you go down to the bottom left.
So I really, it was just so.
You're there. Hold on.
Are you there? Great.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
And we kept our social distance and.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Anya. All right.
Oh. Do you hear my bird?
Yeah.
No, well, I do have birds, but I don't think you can hear them. You hear the birds in my backyard.
What are some ideas people are kind of have around what we could do? Give me some ideas.
I'm feeling like it's great to think about your participant and find an activity that would be really accessible to them for the first engagement.
I'm also thinking about her love of music, so that maybe if she has the melody of some hymn that she likes or some musical riff, and then we create a song of wisdom.
I had an idea about making things out of like found objects around the house or like around the yard.
Thinking about how there's a lot of talk about making masks right now, of course, surgical masks type things, but that whenever I hear about mask making, I think about, well, masks, like performing masks.
Yeah.
Are there ways to take into consideration the different dimensions of citizenship when you're designing your sessions? So for instance, it might mean that you're thinking about how you approach your session and the work with your participant in such a way that you're trying to develop their sense of agency.
Destroyed. Or no, nature wildfire destroyed.
And you can add words to them if you'd like by writing them in.
Oh. Destroyed. Oh, I don't know. It drives me crazy.
Come on, there's no right or wrong. It's a
No, I know.
Exactly.
No.
It's whatever
Wildfire.
you come up with.
Do you want to hold it up and show Sarah?
You got it? There?
Wildfire, major, isolating, destroyed. Awesome. I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
I'm going to impose a little idea here. How about we do a picture of Tonka jumping over the fence?
Over a fence.
Over your fence, yeah. Even if it's not possible, just an imaginary picture of...
Tonka's only, if he's standing up, no more than about 8 inches high.
Wow.
No way he's going to even to jump over is almost impossible for him.
Right? But look, can we imagine that Tonka could do it?
Oh, if you'd want me to, I will.
Yeah. So did Leo? Did you finish jumping over the fence?
Yeah, I finished it.
He's trying to jump over, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Looking at it. No.
I remember your story.
My wife is bugging me.
Now that we're all kind of stuck in our homes for now, how do we engage with people? So I'm trying this new technique that I like.
Engage with people by listening to them, talking to them, and watching them if you
Yeah.
If you can do all of that, if you can hear them, if you speak with them and you can see them, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I said last Monday you worked with, is that Sunny?
Sandy. Yeah, that's me.
Sandy, right. Yeah. From Raising the Curtain, you made a sentence for each word, then used the sentences to make a wee story. Sandy made shadow puppets.
Yeah,
good.
I tried.
to accommodate the story was a lot based on your going on the ferry to Dublin from your mum and dad when you were about 12 years old.
Let's see what you got there. What are your supplies? Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I found somebody throwing them out. So,
my one thought as an exercise, you tell me what you think of this, Margaret, was that we would choose, say, 3 colors, and we would stick to those 3 colors. Like we would just limit our color palette.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you drawn to kind of sketch or respond to? I know it's a tough choice.
Pretty simple, though. Not a big deal.
The flowers, I think.
Yeah, these ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right.
I was not sure if you can hear me when I talk to you. Hear me in my soul.
Oh.
I switch towards soul always very quickly. And I have to watch that sometimes.
Right now. Okay, you went like this.
Yeah.
This.
Turn it around.
And yeah.
Under and over.
Under and over, right.
Okay. Around, under, over, under.
Okay. All right.
See?
Oh, yeah, I think I got it.
So this is what gives you the knitting, and the rest gives you the tension.
Right.
So.
Oh, nice. Okay, I think I might have it. That's interesting. When you're teaching somebody how to do something,
yeah,
that working through tension. I was going to bring this down a bit.
I'll just do a little bit if you like and show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're knitting. Yeah, good.
I like this.
Yeah, it's soothing, when you knit like that.
Yeah, I like I like it wrapping it around the thumb.
Yeah.
I think if I can just master that.
You did it. You look how quickly you did it. So you've got that.
Okay.
You have both done this before, the energy ball.
Oh, yeah.
And it's super fun in person. And we even tried it once on the screen. So let's try it again, just because it really helps us to utilize our brains and our bodies in a different way. Yeah, I like that, Joyce. That's good warm up. Yeah, let's do what Joyce is doing. Cool. Okay, so I have this ball right here. See this ball? I know you don't quite see it. It's an invisible ball. But because
Remember, you got to start small because it's going to get big.
Exactly. We got to start small if we want to go big. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's very small, Joyce, and it's very slippery. So I just got to hold it like this. I'm going to pass it to you. I'm going to give it to you off the corner of my screen. Can you reach up to the corner there and grab it from me?
Okay, just a minute here.
Yeah, just.
There, got it.
Oh, you got it. Phew, you got it. Now, what are you going to do with the ball? How is that ball going to change with you?
I'm going to change it. Okay, I'm going to bounce it a little bit and give the bounce to you.
Oh, Bill's shaking it. You're shaking it. What's going on with that ball, Bill?
Well, she gave it to me and it was bouncing, and I don't know what the heck to do with it because it keeps bouncing. So I got to get rid of it.
I'll give it to her.
Okay, got it. Okay, I got it. Whoa, it is. It's so cold. Ah, I can't. Oh, I can't. I can't. Joyce, I'm gonna give it to you. I think.
Okay. Now we might be going.
You're live now.
We're live now. Oh, hi, Margaret. This is.
Hi.
So we are actually live. Believe it or not, it's hard to tell with Zoom because we've been going back and forth. And interesting. So anyway, we're gonna keep going. Margaret, we have been learning. You've been teaching me, and since this time of being at home and on our now COVID world, how to knit.
Good girl.
Yay! But look, I'm at the beginning again. So I just thought if you have been knitting in our time that we have known each other. We've been working in this group at Christensen Village. We would all gather together, just like those little puppets came in. That was our group that would come together every Monday, except for holidays, at Christensen Village, and we would endow on the group a whole bunch of different artistic endeavors to help talk about the experience of living with dementia, and so much research has come out of that. And then along came this Zoom world, and we were like, what do we do? So I just find it really awesome that you can now try and teach me how to do it. So after looking at those previous videos, I went, gosh, I can't even master the thumb. You have to show me how to cast on again.
Okay. Hang on.
Finishing. Yeah. And for some reason, okay, technical thing. Yeah. I cannot see my chat, so I cannot tell if I'm supposed to. Oh, here we are. Exit full screen. That's better. Okay, so I got into full screen now. Okay, here we go. Sandy Rolf. We should probably keep the interaction short and sweet today. Okay, so we're keeping it short and sweet. Yeah. So you're teaching me how to knit. I think
around the little finger.
Yeah.
Around the little finger, and then underneath the next finger.
Yeah.
Then on top of the other finger.
Yeah.
And then you have this to push with. So you put this piece of end of the wool. You just go.
Okay. I'm going to practice this more. We're told to keep it short today, but during our live, like our actual live feed on Thursday, I'm going to actually have this done and then just talk about the experience of knitting. So I'll probably ask you.
It's very soothing.
Yeah. It says not to read the messages out loud, but I'm doing this for technical, FYI. I'm only doing it for technical because I couldn't see. I'm just walking through this. Sorry, yeah, you said it's very soothing. And
is she going, will you be talking about the Lady Irene?
Yes. Yeah, so So I was just sort of entering into the conversation, and then I couldn't anyway. On my technical one aside, so I love that we'll talk about the knitting, and then how in our group, Irene, who is one of the residents who lives at Christensen Village,
Yes, yes.
you met her, and then
Oh, yeah.
can you talk about that relationship? She came to you with yarn, is that right?
Yes, I think that was the first day. She came down and said there are a lot of people upstairs that would love to knit. Can you knit? And I said, yes, I can knit. And she said, well, would you like to teach them? And I said, okay, but what do they want to do with them? I mean, I'm not very good with wonderful knitting.
Yeah.
And I can maybe knit a square, and they could make the squares all together and have a blanket. And she said, that's perfect. So
That's great.
that's
She's knitting squares.
And that's a beautiful square. And we also, one of our team members, Chloe, has actually one of the blankets that came from their squares.
Oh,
I'll have that on Thursday and show them. So
Yeah.
I'm going to continue, and on Thursday we'll be talking, and then we're going to introduce the video, the puppet shadow video. I'll lead a little bit more into other activities that we did, including shadow puppetry. And in talking about the experience of dementia, we came up with the theme of managing the unknown. And how can we relay that to people? Well, during our time at Christensen Village, there was a creation of a puppet show called Managing the Unknown. And that is the video we're going to show right now. So you and I are going to introduce that, and we're going to point to the screen to let Taryn know. But are we going to go back to back, Taryn? Are we going to do that video right now?
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe I won't play the video right now, and we'll let Rolf do
Okay.
his bit, just because it's the same segment, just different.
Right. So Margaret, I'm just talking through Thursday and Joan. We were going to talk about their experience, and then we're going to introduce the video, Managing the Unknown, and then you and I are going to point to the screen and say, okay, how about we show that video? So do you want to point to the screen with me?
Sure.
Okay, and there, perfect. Okay, so now it goes to Rolf, and Rolf and Trouty are going to try this.
So for Trouty and Ulrich, just like that last video that played that was all about the Zoom experience, and then Taryn will come on and he'll tell us, hey, it's time to go. And so I'll start with, hey, everybody, I'd like to introduce Trouty and Ulrich and Kira. They've created a wonderful performance on Zoom. And so I'll introduce you, Ulrich, as a German poet, and Kira as an aerialist. And then I was going to wanting to talk with you, Trouty, a bit about your singing. And if you would like to explain a bit about the nature of the singing that you're doing in the video. We don't have to get into that right now.
I can practice that with Trouty.
Yeah.
Taking your role.
Excellent. Excellent. And then, so after that, I'll say we're going to play the video. And after the video, there'll be an opportunity for questions and answers for anybody who would like to talk about this process or raising the curtain in general. And then we'll go to the video. So we can do the finger point thing for the video.
When I started the squares, we saw the ad and thought it was a video. One time it turned into be a 3-year program.
So Taryn, that was your cue.
Margaret.
Okay, we're
Do you
getting
want
there.
us to mute it now?
Oh.
to really live once again. If I could really live once again, you say today, shortly before your 83rd birthday, on a day on which you could not think clearly because of your dementia, and even language was not at your disposal. With rising tears, I think of your enthusiasm, with which you always thought and thought until late into the night. With me and with all who wanted to participate, you are shrinking in front of my eyes. And perhaps it is only my short-sightedness. And you are expanding into another dimension, into which I cannot follow you. And yet, I am losing you here. I see your sadness. Your helpless eyes with which you look at me. Is the fire dying in you? But who am I to want to hold you? Who am I to know your path when I am puzzled daily about mine? In a few weeks, it will be 56 years since we met, and that we have talked and fallen silent so often. The paths of our words are incarnate. Words no longer. We are what we thought. Our white hair tells the story. If only I could live once again, you say. Weiter.
Really good.
Live. I just get blown away every time I see that. It's such a beautiful piece. So this would be the chance. On Friday, we'll have Kira, hopefully, as well. And it'd be a chance for the four of us to have a discussion about the process of making the film. And we'll talk more about what those questions would be and what the subject will be. But also, it's the opportunity for people who are watching on the internet, if they have responses or questions, we'll look at those as well. But first, I will want to talk with you two and Kira about just the nature of collaborating and working together, creating art and dealing with dementia, to whatever level you want to get into. And then, as I say, we'll see if there's room for online questions to happen as well. And I've got Chloe here will be our lovely assistant, getting the information off the internet, and feeding that to me. Yes. Yep.
Two questions. One is, Trouty's singing is very soft. Is there any way of getting more volume in the final version, or?
It is generally softer, and I think what we were experiencing today was even more. I'm seeing a note from Joa saying she will edit it louder. We're also a little bit dealing with a challenge of the breakout rooms and the Zoom. The online will have a better sound than what we'll be getting in our Zoom feed. I think that's what Taryn was saying. So
yeah, I can confirm that. It's just on Zoom, it sounds worse. It thinks that it's background noise at the beginning, so it's kind of suppressing it, but on YouTube, it's the full quality.
And the other question is, the people in, because I sent it out to a bunch of friends in Europe, they will not be visible, but they will just be able to type questions or anything? Okay.
Yeah. And so we'll have, I think it's 10 or 15 minutes afterwards for the discussion. Sandy, were you going to say something?
Yes, thanks. We're doing a live chat too with Margaret. I totally forgot to talk about that. Like, it's same thing is going to happen with us, Margaret. When we're talking and knitting, people are going to, they have the opportunity to live stream, to chat, to send in questions, Margaret. They might ask you direct questions or Joan direct questions, and then I will ask you those questions on their behalf. We'll be doing it for about 10 minutes. And of course, we're going to vet the questions. If they asked you, are you really 140 years old? It's like, we may not.
No, 151.
Yeah.
And that's what Chloe's job will be. Today she's with me for our session. And then when it's happening, she'll be with Sandy and feeding Sandy the questions that seem most appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Trouty and Ulrich, at the end of the question period, I'm going to get a little note from somebody saying, wrap it up. And so I'll find a way to close it up. And then we'll introduce, like Sandy did, the Shadow Show, which was about managing the unknown and how we sourced from questions of our participants and created the show together. And then it'll be, let's go to the video. And I guess we're doing the theme of, when we introduce the next playback, if you can raise your finger up to your camera. And then Taryn will take it away from there.
Taryn will take it.
Yeah, so I can play the video for the Shadow Show. I did have one question just as we're going through here, and you guys might not know, but it says MC to research or to intro research presentation, but there's nobody listed. So anyway, we can sort that out.
Come up. That comes after, right? There
yeah,
is.
I know. I just mean, like, once we're done the Shadow Show, it's supposed to come out to.
Taryn, they incorporated that into the video.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the last we heard. We'll find out when they.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I can
explore. Do you
play that back? I haven't done that, but sounds good.
No, I'm good. Okay.
Going too long.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll resume and I'll play the video and we can continue on here.
Okay. Thanks, Taryn.
Yeah. Taryn, it has been built into the research presentation.
Okay, perfect. Good note.
And so
And it goes right after the video.
What's happening? Oh my God! I don't know what's going on. Somebody help me again. What am I doing?
You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
We're dealing with love, and that is the center of everything.
I'm really looking forward to the other part of dementia. I don't like to call it dying, but the process of being reborn.
It's very hard to understand what's happening.
You accept it. There's no point in fighting it, so I'm just having fun.
So my life is pretty happy. I'm not intimidated by this.
I'm just going to get me through the day.
All of my life is coming alive, even more.
We'll have a very good party somewhere.
You've got to get out there and meet your fellows!
You got a thing No. I'm going to do this and that, and if you don't make it, well, you've got to have something to look forward to.
You're here for today, and if you wake up tomorrow, that's today.
We've got to get it on the table so that it's not hidden.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Julia Henderson, and I'm a postdoctoral fellow with Concordia University, and I'm part of the research team for this project. I invite you now to join us for a short video which explains more about the research aspects of this project. Another glimpse backstage. Our approach to research in Raising the Curtain. By now you have an idea about the community-engaged arts approach in Raising the Curtain. In this video, we'll explain more about the research perspective of the project and describe how diverse scientific, healthcare, and artistic perspectives are integrated. Raising the Curtain explores the research questions: what is the lived experience of dementia? In what ways does participating in community-engaged arts help express the experience of living with dementia? And how does working collaboratively and creatively build social inclusion?
Hi, I'm Dr. Colleen Reed, and I'm the principal investigator on this project. I work at Douglas College in the Department of Therapeutic Recreation, and we are one of the project partners. Raising the Curtain came about out of our desire to change the dominant discourses of aging and dementia. As you may know, the social implications of having dementia can often be more profound than the physical and cognitive symptoms. In our culture, negative messages about dementia are widely conveyed through our news media, advertising, and storytelling forms, such as written fiction, movies, and theater. These messages often give the false impression that dementia is synonymous with an experience of horror, moral failing, pathology, tragedy, shame, and dread. Due to such social messages, dementia is widely feared. This results in stigma for people experiencing dementia. Such discourses omit that people with dementia are resilient and can have such enduring qualities, including intelligence, logic, creativity, warmth, humor, empathy, imagination, and moral judgment. Raising the Curtain is a research project that uses community-engaged arts to reimagine negative messages about dementia and to work towards reducing social stigma. We are achieving this through creating a collaborative process between people with the lived experience of dementia, their care partners, artists, researchers, students, and service providers.
A key part of our approach in this project is creating the third space. The third space describes the space at the intersection of art practice, scientific research, and public engagement and participation. In Raising the Curtain, the third space is where people with the lived experience of dementia, researchers, healthcare workers, and artists share diverse perspectives, generate new knowledge, and participate in community-relevant art directed towards social change. Achieving a third space is not easy. It illuminates complexities and differences, but we strongly believe that embracing a third space approach to collaboration helps disrupt dementia stereotypes, builds public awareness about the lived experience of dementia, and creates new social ties within the group and the larger community. We are sure you're wondering, how do we do this research in the third space? Well, we combined community-based participatory research approaches with community-engaged arts practices. There's much published on both of these approaches. You can learn more by visiting our Imagination Network website at imaginationnetwork.org, or by contacting us through that site for more resources. Both community-based participatory research and community-engaged arts practices have a number of important things in common. They both shed light on social issues. They seek to amplify marginalized voices. Both approaches see community members as active agents in shaping and sharing their experiences. Community-based participatory research and community-engaged arts practices both use innovative approaches to engage diverse community members. They foster ongoing collaboration between all team members. Both approaches value a variety of different kinds of knowledge. And they both create spaces for social action and work towards positive social change. Through the combination of community-based participatory research and community-engaged arts practice, Raising the Curtain has created collaborative processes that have brought together diverse scientific, healthcare, and artistic perspectives. Our commitment to the third space allowed us to sustain both strong collaborative practice and meaningful and ongoing involvement of people living with dementia.
Hi, I'm Anya Lendi, and I'm the project manager of Raising the Curtain. Over the past 4 years, we have conducted many community-engaged arts workshops with the participants who are living with dementia. As a team, we use these workshops to create a space where research, art making, and community involvement come together. To do this, we interwove the following approaches: grounding and team building practices, art exploration activities, discussions on dementia and other related project activities, and social gatherings that allowed us to establish a culture of mutual learning, understanding, and respect, and to unlock the greater potential of our collaboration.
You may be wondering, how do we measure the impact of the Raising the Curtain project? At all of our project activities, we gather data from the project participants to assess the impact of their involvement on their experiences of inclusion, citizenship, and their health and well-being. In addition, we periodically collect data from the team members to understand the impact of the project on our knowledge of the lived experience of dementia, on our collaborative approach, and on our respective professional practices in the context of aging and dementia. In Raising the Curtain, we used the Qualitative Data Analysis Program in Vivo 11 to help us manage and analyze our data. We compared people's responses and grouped them into codes and themes to help us understand our research questions. During this process, we worked with the research participants to ensure that our emerging analysis accurately reflected their lived experiences. The themes that emerged included the following. Under the first theme, that we called the dementia diagnosis, participants described a range of competing emotions that they experienced after receiving their dementia diagnosis. These ranged from a sense of injustice to acceptance of the diagnosis. They also spoke about autonomy and control, managing the unknown, and normalizing and rationalizing their diagnosis. The next theme was the stigma of dementia. This theme captured how participants expressed grappling with personal and societal perceptions, attitudes, and stereotypes surrounding dementia, and experiences of stigma and discrimination, and even self-stigma. In the theme Community, Relationships, and Supports, participants explored their experiences of inclusion and exclusion within family and larger community circles. They also shared experiences with the medical system, the challenges of receiving support, and their feelings of loss. The final theme we identified was the social role. Here, participants spoke about shifts in relationship dynamics and social status that they experienced related to changing family and social roles. These broad themes, or aspects of them, were then used in subsequent sessions to inform artistic creation, and the artistic creation process was used in turn to further expand and refine the themes. The group chose the various artistic media they wished to explore and delved into the creative process of symbolizing each theme through a different chosen artistic medium. For example, the group explored the theme dementia diagnosis through the visual art technique of mark making. In another session, shadow puppets were used to explore the sub-theme managing the unknown. Participants built puppets, wrote a script, performed narration, operated a projector, and along with the artist facilitators, animated the puppets in a live performance. The group delved further into the dementia diagnosis theme by exploring the sub-themes autonomy and control and normalizing and rationalizing using theater, voice, and choral work. They shared this experience through activities, songs, and improvisational scenes at the Gibson Heritage Theatre in front of an invited audience of care partners, friends, and family. Why is the exploration of these themes through research and art important? The realities of people with lived experience of dementia are marked by social withdrawal and prescribed disengagement. These experiences are not inevitable. Rather, they are the consequence of the lack of opportunities for meaningful community involvement. We believe that collaboration between people with lived experience of dementia, researchers, healthcare workers, and artists can disrupt dementia stereotypes, build public awareness, and create new social ties among people with lived experience of dementia and the broader community. We have learned that a dynamic process of sharing diverse perspectives, generating new knowledge, and doing community-relevant art offers the potential to bring about these necessary changes to our cultural understanding and acceptance of dementia, and to improving the lives of those living with the condition. Thanks for listening. Join us for more in-depth discussions about our research over the coming year. Check out our website for upcoming events and drop us a line if you have any questions or comments. Thanks again, and we look forward to staying in touch.
Like really quick.
So feed me a couple lines just so I can test it. So I don't even know what I'm doing. Am I just talking about what this is?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm just the camera.
So I'm going to say, hi. What is this installation? What is this installation? Okay.
But talk loud, okay, Sandy?
Yeah. So tell me when to talk to my.
Yeah.
Not live? Okay. Can you see the whole thing?
I'm gonna be like this when you're
Okay,
live.
got it. Okay.
I'm just trying to find a good frame.
So Chloe, you'll be able to be here as well?
Yeah, no, I can stand with you in here.
Well,
as
I'm just
well,
thinking, like,
yeah.
if you're over there and then somebody us.
Oh yeah, we have a question.
We have a question. I can answer the question. And
Sorry, guys. I was going off in the wrong room. You're up now. My bad.
Be a bit
Talking
more
wrong.
forward. I'll tell you when you're in the screen. Yeah, that's good. That's a good place to
but I'm
be.
wondering.
It's just weird to have a disembodied voice.
Oh no, she is. Oh, so
If she's gonna have her voice in there, she's gotta have.
no, she's
some-
more of doing the writing for me. You're live. Oh, am I live?
Oh, we're live. Hi.
Hey,
We didn't know that.
So here we are, live again, and in place of not being able to be at Christensen Village, which is where all of this started. Basically, it was the heart of the project. We decided to bring the heart to you virtually. So this is an installation, a very large, atomically correct human heart, at least a version out. And we have taken, asked for names, just their first names, as well as quotes from people out in the audience. If they want to chat and send us a quote, it will be quickly written down and added to this heart installation. And then this heart installation is going to be going out into the community, the road, and hung for people to see and continue to add on to. So send us a message and we'll do that. In the meantime, I am going to be Irene. So we have.
So you should introduce Chloe.
Yeah, and
Just-
Chloe. Yeah, there's been so many people that have been a part of this project, and you've seen a few of their faces. Chloe is one of the artists and media that put the video together, and also videos and the website, and Joa behind the screen. There's a list. We just came off the video that you saw are the researchers, mostly all based in Vancouver and Lower Mainland. And so they put a video together to explain the research element. And
Sandy, I have a question in.
A
What
question.
is Christensen Village?
Hey, that's a really good question. Christensen Village is a care home facility located in Gibsons, BC. It's 140 rooms, and it's that large complex that if you had watched from the beginning, in case you missed the beginning, we did a model of that center. And right now it's in complete lockdown just to make sure that there's been no reported cases, luckily, of COVID there. So they want to keep it that way. And
Nice.
yeah, and so that's why we are here. It's a beautiful place, wonderful facility. So shout out to Bruce Devereaux and all the team there that have helped us with this project.
Okay, how's that for the test?
Can send a quote. Somebody send something so we can see how long it takes to write.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any live feed here. I have no way of knowing when we're
Just asked
done.
a lot of questions, but you could try writing out what are the names for? Does he belong with it?
Yeah, just send us a name. Send us a name.
Sure. Julia Henderson.
Julia Henderson. All right, we're gonna write out. We have a name here, and Chloe's gonna write that name out. In the meantime, what are the names for? The names are to go on our heart. What are they? So there's so many people involved, and there are so many people out there who are not able to go see their loved ones, whether it's in a care home facility or across the world or even across town. So what we wanted to do was to bring the heart and beauty into the other people's worlds. And this installation will be broadcast across the world. Their names will be on it, and it's bringing everybody together. So all of our names will be put onto this heart. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just gonna say, guys, so I can go to the next breakout room whenever you want. I just need to know when you're kind of done the heart part, and then I'll go off to the next thing. So just try and make. Yeah.
How
Okay,
do
cool.
how do we communicate that to you, Taryn?
Yeah. Well, we'll have.
I'm listening. So if whoever's on
Oh.
camera, like, we're wrapping up. All right, cool. On to the next thing. I can see that.
Okay. How about we decide on the amount of time, and then I'll be watching the time, and I'll go like this to Sandy, and then Sandy will.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'll wrap it up. Yeah. Okay. So I think
Done.
Chad's saying to wrap it up now so that we can talk about this. Yes.
Okay. Bye,
Beautiful.
Looks good though.
Yeah. Good.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Chad.
we'll keep the names a little smaller than that.
Sure.
Yeah, the issue with this is that it's a back-to-back Zoom, which we tried to avoid. Okay.
I'm recognizing that I haven't done this before. Totally. So this is kind of.
Are you talking to me, Taryn?
For myself.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Are we on? Whoa. I see an
Wow.
infinity picture of us. Whoa. It's really loud
Now
here.
you're on. Now you're on.
Hi, Leo. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Loud, clear.
we're this is our part where we introduce the song that comes next. One of the songs that we worked on last week and last year. The one about that's how it is, that's the way it goes.
Yep.
Yep. So how's it going, Leo?
So good, so good. Getting bored in this life, though.
Yeah. You enjoying being on the Hollywood Squares here?
Yeah, actually, yes. Today has been fine. I keep nosing in every now and again.
Right. And we lost Norm briefly, so next time when we do it for real, I'll ask a couple questions about the song and about how you've been adjusting, since we're not allowed to meet in person anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't think I've heard it since the last time we sung it.
Right. Well, good. We're going to hear it right now. So let's do a 3, 2, 1 and point at the screen, okay?
Good deal.
3. We do it with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working with you.
Yeah, we'll keep your fingers up.
You can just follow. 3. I want to hear you. 3.
Okay, 3,
2.
2,
2,
1.
1.
Hit it.
My brother he told me,
Roll with the punches.
oh yeah,
Don't be such a wimp.
I guess the old saying is,
Oh yeah.
you got to play the game.
With the cards you are dealt, that's it.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes.
Take care, everybody. I'm leaving. We're leaving.
Okay.
We're done, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Bye.
See you next
Bye,
week.
Brody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're gone too.
Okay, Leo.
I think I go and then I don't. Bye.
I'm gonna just end the meeting and then everybody will be forced. How about that?
Great.
Yeah.
My brother, he told me, roll with the punches. Oh yeah. Don't be such a wimp. I guess the old saying is, oh yeah. You got to play the game with the cards you are dealt. That's it. Oh yeah. That's how it goes.